Tonight, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
First opened in 1999, there's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight, we culminate pivotal Week 14 with a great Monday night matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
But I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Mayfield with it once more. And it's caught. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He will find the rookie from LSU. That's Justin Jefferson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. 2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. High throw, but the catch is made. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Going deep here for Landry. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Jarvis Landry, Pro Bowl wideout, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. To throw, Mayfield. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. On third down, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The former first-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And there shouldn't be any surprise at all when we watch him flash his arm. Easy motion, easy action, and that ball flies downfield.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Then he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Ravens' 18-yard line.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one.
The score tied 7-7.
Mayfield to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
From the gun, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashard Higgins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed, but as we know it often happens, this is all still... That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. For all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, you know, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats there, how about this? 22.1 miles per hour. Wow. They'll try to run with Dobbins. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
One more time with Dobbins. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Staying on his feet, shrugs him off. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. T. Higgins, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now here's Johnson. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And again, it's Mayfield. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of two ways, either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. You know, normally he's probably happy with how he's playing. He's playing pretty well, but in the second quarter, you look up your team's losing. I don't think any quarterback's satisfied.
Not at all, and what they're really seeking is, how do I play even better and inspire my teammates to do exactly the same in order for us to get back on top on the scoreboard. That's when you find out you have a quarterback. If they're just satisfied with their stat line,
they're not really a leader.
Not at all. You just have a guy playing the position.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll set them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I tell you, from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's-eye view of that throw, and it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
From the gun, Jackson. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, and now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
So the ref makes a call, no touchdown there, wipe it off the board. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? And Jackson throwing once more. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, as time expires in the first half. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute, but first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Cortland Sutton leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. From there, we take the long trip across the country, about as far as you can go. Check on the Seahawks in Seattle. And they were losers in their ball game as they were outplayed by the visiting New York Jets. 24-21, the final score. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. Cam Newton, terrific in the victory, as his guys move their record to 9-4 on the year. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. To get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the ball 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. he showed. He'll be brought down short of the 15. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Justin Jefferson
With his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Ravens have broken the tie.
Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
It's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Johnson now returning. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line.
Receiving team. What a waste of time.
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Now Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, I think we got evidence right now that this team's not going to be daunted at all. Just because they're backed up doesn't mean they're not going to continue to throw the football. They threw an incompletion on first down, but they came right back on second down and threw it again. And this time they hit it for not just good yardage, but a first down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32. But you might remember Nick Chubb. He had a heck of a game last year in Week 4 in what turned out to be a 40-25 Browns win over these Ravens. He finished with 165 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. Of course, never fear for the Ravens, though. After that loss, they went on a run. They would win their next 12 in a row to finish the regular season at 14-2. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because I nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And some room to maneuver. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have broken the tie. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up
It's
significantly,
skyrocketed.
right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Tucker now to add the point after. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Returning it, Johnson. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
They run. Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Mayfield on first down. Looking sideline, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Mayfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Derek Wolfe able to record his 5th sack of the season. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up, possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Looking downfield for Dez. And this is taken in at the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down,
and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The Browns drive about to get started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he's taken down inside the 30. Whistles now and a timeout.
So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Right back to Dobbins on first.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins
There to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was 3rd down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how, and in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's...
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Matthew Judon in there to take him down.
18-yard line.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch, counter, punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now the 3rd-year man out of Rutgers, it's Gus Edwards.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
It's about that time. Makes the score. Ravens 51.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Baltimore, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's just their 3rd loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.